Metabo HPT came out with some new AC brushless, yes, corded brushless grinders. There's some 4.5 inch, 5 inch models out there, different configurations. I'll leave that in the description. This is a 5 inch paddle switch model, and it's really cool. It's great if you're going to use this on a generator because it does have an inverter inside that'll smooth out the power and give it consistent performance. It's got a brake. It's got some safety features for kickback. Lots of good stuff stuffed in this little grinder. We're gonna put it through its paces and show you guys what it'll do. Stick with us. This is not the first AC brushless grinder we've had in the shop, but it is the smallest. And with prices of metal, and honestly everything else out there so high at the current time, I thought I would reclaim a little bit of metal that's sitting around outside for a small project that I have on one of our rotary cutters. So this is a little bit smaller grinder than what I'd normally use doing this, but at the same point it worked just fine. And I wanted to push this motor a little bit more long-term with a little bit of pressure sometimes, but realistically just in normal use to see if we would get any cutouts. The first thing I noticed is the soft start on this thing is absolutely great. It's very simple for a 12 amp motor to turn on and come up to full power. You have no real kickback in your hands or anything. Smooth and safe. The brake is absolutely awesome. The one thing I found with it is that if you just hit the paddle switch and start the motor without it coming up to full speed, you can get the brake to not work. So it'll still spin like a normal grinder would without slowing down at all. If you get the grinder up to full speed and then let off, it will brake no issue, or even probably 3/4 speed, it'll let off. But in some cases, you can just hit the switch, it'll start spinning and the brake will not kick in. The kickback control was really not there. I'm sure it'll work if you had some kickback, but it didn't get in the way of anything. And I think that's very important when you have a lot of safety features packed into something, that none of them get in the way of actual work. Now, once in a great while, I did have the machine start up and turn right back off. And it was just a fluke. It could have been my gloves. It could have been the way I hit the paddle switch. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 3 or 4 times out of 45 minutes or so of use. It wasn't an issue. It just let off and pull the switch again, comes right back on. When you're looking at this unit, it is what I would call a typical grinder. It doesn't have any weird shapes or anything. It is a fairly fat body. So if you have large hands and gloves, no issue hanging on to it. If you have smaller hands, you might kind of feel like you need to have something a little more sticky on the gloves because there really isn't anything around the body here to hang on to. And it slides around a little bit with leather gloves. You can come in and take the auxiliary grip, move it side to side, and you do have an arbor lock up on top, so you can easily take off anything. Although this does not have the X lock on it, it's still just a standard screw-on arbor. Nothing special in that case, but if we do look at the guard that's on this, it is again another manual guard. You just kind of flip this switch open. I have it a little tight right now. You can move this around to any position that you'd like all the way and then lock it back in. That is something that you can loosen up, tighten, whatever you'd like. There is a bolt here. I have mine a little bit on the tighter side and I probably should loosen it up a little bit. As far as how everything works, it's just as you would expect with a 10,000 RPM no-load grinder that's 12 amps. It's got almost all the power that you could ask for in the world, tons of torque, and you really have just the benefits of the soft start, the braking, and a little bit of safety that's there. The best parts of this are really what you're not seeing, and that is the internal inverter circuit that's going to regulate power when you're using something with a poor power situation like a generator or anything like that. When you're using it in the field, this is going to allow it to smooth that power out a little bit and give you a sleek, consistent performance. And that's really what this brushless line is working to go towards, is giving you solid performance no matter where you're at, no matter what power you're using. This model is currently selling for $159 online, and I'll leave a link in the description to not only this one, but a couple of the other new models that Metabo HPT has out. This is made in China, like 90% of our other tools, but it does have some good quality features to it, and there is no heat buildup in this brushless motor at all. After using this for about 45 minutes, pushing it, doing multiple different things, it's still just as cool as it was before I started. I think that's great. I kind of expect big things from Metabo HPT since they were purchased by Metabo, and of course Metabo is known for their grinders, right? And I expect this to be right along that path, and so far it does not disappoint. So if you're looking for something like this, let me know what you think about that price for a grinder. I know a couple years back we kind of used grinders as a throwaway thing and would say, hey, you know, an $80 grinder, it'll last us a year, and then you move on. But these days grinders seem to be lasting a little bit longer, but that cost factor has gone up a little bit. And I know for a 5-inch grinder, this might be, you know, middle end to high end as far as, you know, the product placement as to where it's going to go in the pro grade and also where it's priced. So I'm curious what you guys think about that price. As always, give us a like in this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.